Good evening and welcome. My name is Sandra. My channel is called Sussex Sandra, and welcome. How are we all doing? Weather's changing now. It's definitely cooler this evening. Today is Thursday evening, so it's Thursday the 27th of August. It is cool. It is raining. I've got no fan on. I'm comfortable temperature. Yes, to all of that. It's the beginning of autumn. I can feel the autumn air coming in. For those of you, it's the first time here visiting my channel, hi and welcome. You're probably wondering, who is this woman? What is she talking about? So my name is Sandra. I live in Sussex. That's why Sussex in the south coast of England. That's why I call my channel Sussex Sandra. What do I do on my channel? Anything to do with beauty. So it'll be usually unboxings, I try out new products, I do reviews, I rant and rave about some things. I talk a lot about inclusion in the beauty industry, so I know that will put a lot of people off already, so if that's the case, bye, see you later, thanks for dropping by. But I do talk about inclusion in beauty, kind of hoping that some of the major brands will think a bit wider and a bit broadly about what they do to promote their products, who they use to promote their products, and the products they actually put out there, particularly when it comes to people of a very fair skin tone, and for people with darker, deeper skin tones as well, because we tend to be kind of missed sometimes, particularly when it comes to complexion products. So that's what I do on my channel. I hope that's interesting for you. If it is, please stay, watch, see how you get on with this video, and if you enjoy, press that subscribe button at the end, and if you press the all button, then that will notify you of any future videos. Today what I am doing is just doing a first impression of a collection I purchased from QVC. Who are QVC? So QVC is one of those shopping channels, so we get in the UK, and I know you've got it in America as well. In America you've also got HSN, which is very similar, so you have QVC and HSN. In the UK, QVC is really the main one for us. There are various other satellite or cable channels, not quite sure what you call them, but QVC is the main one. And they do have beauty collections. They have targeted days, which they call a Today Special Value, or TSV for short. In a TSV, you'll have a product or a collection or whatever it is they're focusing on. It will be at a specially reduced price for the 24-hour period. And at that price, you won't get those products cheaper anywhere else. I mean, you literally just won't find those products cheaper anywhere else. So today, the product I am doing today is a collection from Tart. Tart is a beauty company. They do makeup, cosmetics, and they've sort of branched out into skincare as well. They do have some sub-brands under their Tart label, like Sugar Rush, but it's mainly Tart. And some of the more popular products that most people know about from Tart are their Lash Camera Action mascara. They've also got the Shape Tape Concealer, which is probably some of the two most popular products Tart have ever had. So about a week and a half ago, they had a collection, a TSV, and it was called, I'm just going to bring the name up here to look at my invoice. It was called the Tart Power Collection, and it was a 6-piece collection. The price they were selling it at was £39, I think it was. Yeah, it was £38.33, and they said if you bought the products individually, the collection would have cost you £80 plus. So I thought, you know what, let me try it out and see if it's going to be any good for me. The good thing about QVC, it's a good thing and it's a bad thing. So the good thing about QVC is that you're allowed to try the products out for 30 days. If you decide in that 30 days that you're not happy with the products, you can send everything back and you'll get your full money back. You won't get your postage and packaging back because they always put postage and packaging on it, which is this, and that's the negative thing about QVC. It's the postage and packaging cost. But at the same time, when you think that you can actually send your whole thing back even after trying it for 30 days, you kind of have to forgive them for that. So if you do send it back, you're paying postage and packaging for the products to come to you, and you're paying for postage and packaging going back. So that's where you make your little loss. But apart from that, it is actually usually a good idea. During this pandemic, they've actually extended the return, so you can actually keep the products for 60 days before you decide if you want to send it back. so that's not bad, is it? So let's go through this collection. So as I said, it was a TSV about a week and a half ago. I'm not sure if it was 2 weeks ago, but it was definitely over a week ago. And this is what the collection looks like. Yeah. They only had one deep skin shade range in the collection, which is again one of the negative things about QVC when they do beauty products. They tend to always have quite a decent collection of sort of the fair, light, medium skin tone ranges. So you'll see quite a few usually, especially in some of the brands, you'll see all up to 10, 12 in the fair and light up to medium skin range. You might get one token sort of dark skin tone, and you might get one token sort of tan skin tone. They do tend to focus very much on the medium skin tone. They sometimes lack quite a bit on the very fair skin tones as well, but more often than not you will get a fair light, fair cool, fair warm sort of skin range. In this shade collection, in this collection though, I don't think they even did that. Let me have a quick look on the app. So on the app, they literally only had 6 shades in this collection. So the shades they had were the one I purchased, Deep Neutral. So I've got to hope that's going to suit me. They had Fair Neutral. They had Light Neutral. They had Light Neutral Medium, Medium Neutral, and they had Tan Neutral. So it wasn't the best of shade ranges. So, you know, I think they thought, well, we'll just cover one of each and hope for the best, really. So let's go through it. Let's go through and show you what the things are. They've got a leaflet here in this collection. So let's have a look, see what this says, and then I'm going to start using it. But before I do that, as you can see, my face is bare. Let me put on a primer, and then I can sort of go through the products bit by bit. So the primer I'm going to use today is the No Problem Priming Water by Touch and Soul. Haven't got much left. I've actually really enjoyed using this primer sort of even during summer. I have got very oily skin, but I found this primer has been actually quite good at sort of just holding my makeup in place. Saying that though, it's not like I've really tested my foundations during this pandemic period, so over the last 4 or 5 months, because I haven't really gone out anywhere and I haven't gone into sort of any hot kitchens to do inspections, but I have started going out now. During this pandemic I have been working at home, but as the restrictions have eased up, particularly for pubs and restaurants, I am now having to go into premises now to do my visits, to check on, especially when things go wrong. I'm having to actually go into the businesses now, because not everything I can deal with sort of online remotely by emails. Sometimes I need to have to go in and see for myself what is going on. So for example, this week I've had to go out into restaurants twice to do visits and go into the kitchen, and I'm telling you, one kitchen I went into, the air temperature was 42 degrees centigrade. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit, but it was bloody hot. They said their air conditioning wasn't working. Basically the complaint was about food poisoning, and I sort of wondered, it was very obvious to me what went wrong inside that kitchen. Just think about temperatures, food being out, bacteria growing. It was very, very simple. So yes, the restaurant owner did have a bit of a lesson from me that day, but yeah, so I will be going out more into businesses and doing inspections, unfortunately, but hey ho, it was interesting wearing my visor and white hat and everything. I don't know what I looked like, really have no idea, and the customers were like freaking out when they saw this woman in white and all this stuff on. Honestly, it was all very interesting. Anyway, let's crack on with this, shall we? Let's have a look and see what they're saying about it. Let's see. So I'm just going to go on the website and just read the information, because this is all very confusing. So let's have a look. So it said here, heralding the launch of 3 hot new products. You've got the Big Ego Brow Pencil, Maracuja Juicy Lip and a new foundation brush. Tart's 6-piece Amazon Power Plays colour collection also comprises a limited edition eyeshadow palette that is currently only available at QVC. plus the iconic Lights Camera Lashes Mascara and the Babasu Found Sealer Skincare Foundation. So boasting the full package of all your makeup bag essentials. This pigment packed collection will transform your beauty regime and leave you looking fresh and feeling complexion confident. I must admit, I wasn't actually going to buy this collection because I've seen the foundation, the Found Sealer, and I thought it might not be suitable for my oily skin, but I thought at this price it's a really good opportunity to try all these products. And it was actually one of my subscribers, Belinda Kent, hi Belinda, who told me about it. She bless her, she QVC do this thing called Mention Me, where if you refer someone to them, they will get a £10 discount off their first order, and the person who does the referral, they get £10 back as well. She didn't know, it's not her fault. She used my social media name, Sussex Sandra, to do the referral. Yeah, that's not what I'm registered with QVC. I've got my full name registered, so they didn't have a clue who I was, but they did manage to link it to me in the end after a few emails back and forth. So I did get the £10 voucher code, which didn't work, to be honest. So after all of that, but it's just something. So if you do sort of decide to use QVC, if you want to get a £10 discount voucher, if you want to buy something from QVC, please message me or DM me to ask for my full name, rather than sort of use Sussex Sandra, because that's not what they've got me for. That's not the address they've got for me on QVC. It was an interesting one. Anyway, let's go through this. So this collection consists of, it says, what does it say? So it says, new convert or brand believer, this collection has something new for everyone. If you're a self-confessed Tart addict, these 3 new products will give you something exciting to update your well-established makeup arsenal with. If you're new to the name, the Power Players Edit offers the full package with everything you need to really fall in love with this cult cosmetics brand. I think they're pushing it a little bit there with the cult. Feel the newness. The 3 new products included the Power Players collection will add the finishing touches to your brand new makeup look. The Big Ego Brow Pencil will give you enviably full and defined looking brows, while the Maracuja Juicy Lip will plump the look of your lips with an ultra shiny finish. The new foundation brush allows you easily tailor coverage to your taste. Your foundation will always look perfectly applied, and the soft hairs feel luxurious against your skin. The eyes have it. The limited edition eyeshadow palette gives you the power to create bespoke looks for any occasion. Try the soft neutral shimmers for subtle daytime glamour, then go for drama fueled high pigment colours like dark brown and berry shimmer for evening events. The 16 shades include, and they give a list of all the different shades. Then you talk about the foundation here. The Babasu Found Sealer Skincare Foundation comes in 6 great shade options, allowing you to pick the correct one to complement your skin tone. Alright, shall we go through all of this? I'm aware that it's getting dark. This is the problem about my working patterns, and I've realised this now, that I'm more likely now to be filming sort of Wednesday to Friday or Wednesday to Saturdays now. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays are just too busy for me at work for me to do any filming at all. So I am more likely to do most of my sort of filming for YouTube on the Thursday, Friday, and maybe on the Saturday as well. So I think that is where I'm going to start being more regular in my filming now, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So I hope that's okay. I'll try and do multiple videos on a day so I can upload sort of throughout the week, but it may not always happen. Alright, so chances are you won't see anything from me on a Monday and a Tuesday, and possibly on a Wednesday. Alright, let's start. So let's start with this foundation, shall we? Ooh. So it's packaged all like that, so I'll show you. Let's get the foundation out. So this is what it looks like. I'm keeping an eye on the lighting, because again, problem is I'm filming late in the day, so the lighting may go off. If I feel I need to put my ring light on, I will do, and I think I'm almost getting to that point. So this is the Found Sealer, that's what it looks like. The nail varnish I'm wearing is the 516 polish shade in Brink, which I got in my AKA beauty box. Now, if I remember correctly, this has got a very strange way of applying. So it's like that. And then what do you do? Oh, then it's a pump. And there should be a brush here, isn't there? Let's have a look at this brush. Here's the brush. I mean, Tart do really nice brushes, so we will see. I know I won't have any problems with the brush because the brush is usually are very nice. This is actually quite soft. I wonder if it's dense enough. Should be alright. I think I'm gonna put the ring light on. I'm gonna do one side of my face and then I'll see if I need to do the ring light. So let's do this. Let's shake and let's get a mirror. So the shade I'm wearing here is the only deep skin shade they had in the collection, and that was Deep Neutral. Yeah, okay. So how does this work? I have got a damp sponge here just in case. Oops. Okay, I've kind of done half a pump there. The colour should be alright. Actually, we'll see, you'll see. So I know you guys always probably wonder, what is she looking at? So in my room, I'm sitting and I've got big windows in front of me, so I'm always looking at what's going on outside. So I've got a nice sort of community green in front of me, and I've just watched my husband and my daughter go out for their walk. Hence why my eyes were probably wondering where they're going in this wind and rain, but hey, that's what they want to do. Okay, let's do this. Let's do one side of my face and see how this colour matches. Might be a little bit ashy, but let's carry on. Yeah, the colour is actually too light. What this colour reminds me of is that if you remember, I did a MAC foundation Studio Fixes in my glossy board video. The shade NC60 was actually quite cool and ashy. This shade looks very much like that on me, but I'm going to carry on just because I want to see what the coverage is like, and I might be able to warm it all up with the bronzer afterwards. Okay, let's bring you in a bit closer. Okay, so I've just done sort of literally just one layer on this side of my face. Don't know about you, but I can see quite clearly this is quite a cool coverage. The colour is actually quite cool in undertone for me, almost getting close to ashy, but I think I might be able to warm it up. The coverage is very much, I would say, light to medium coverage, so definitely not a full coverage. It is a creamy foundation. I'm looking to see if it's going to dry down. I think it's just going to literally dry down to a almost satin, almost bordering dewy finish. Definitely not going to be a matte or a natural finish on me, I don't think. But I'll just leave that there for a little bit, and then I'm just going to go on and do this side. But have a look, and you can see how the coverage looks. Forget about the colour, but just look at how the coverage is on my skin tone. So there you go, and then there's my normal skin there, so you can see the warmth there, and it's definitely cooler on that side, but the coverage is very much light to medium. So I'm just going to go ahead and do this side, and then I'll do another layer on both sides. God, I hate it when foundation looks like this on me. Just looks like I'm really ill, or the funeral director's been working on me. That's what it looks like. Yeah, just look at that. You can tell when the colour's wrong. Just look at that. It's just, it looks grey. It literally just looks grey. So but this is as deep as QVC goes. They really just don't think when it comes to undertones. I think they just think that all black people have the same undertone and we're all the same colour, which we clearly are not. On the actual day, they didn't have any deep skinned people modelling the shades. They just had 2 white women and the presenters. I think the presenters were wearing sort of light medium colours, and I think they had one model wearing a fair light medium coverage, but basically they had nobody of tan and deep wearing the foundations. Probably, and as you can see why they probably couldn't find anybody who is this shade, as in dying or dead, because you have to be to look like this to wear this shade. God, it looks terrible, doesn't it? But to get the coverage I want, I need to put another layer on, which I'm going to do, guys. So I'm sorry if I'm scaring all the little kids that may be watching. This is not early Halloween. I promise it really isn't. It's just Auntie Sandra looking like a fool. Okay. It looks awful. Looks absolutely awful. Right, I'm going to use a sponge and just see if I can just make it look less streaky. And then I'm going to warm up the skin by putting powder and bronzers on before I go on to do the rest. But hey, you never know, this might oxidize. I doubt it, but you know, it might do. Yeah, by using the sponge, I've kind of almost sheared it out a little bit actually, look. And the things about this formula, it's called Found Sealer, so you can actually go in and sort of conceal areas as well. That's the whole idea of them calling it a Found Sealer. Let's just say I don't think this foundation is going to be very popular. Either way, I just look casket ready. Just look awful. Alright, so what I'm going to try and do now is just warm the whole thing up. So, and I'm also going to turn the light on because it is starting to get a bit dark now. Alright, so see you in a bit. Okay, right, so I think I've warmed my face up a little bit. So far, foundation, nil point. The brush is fine. It could be a bigger head. I do tend to prefer bigger heads for my brushes. So brush is good, and I do like my brush heads to be just bigger. Just a tad bigger. Then various other products here. So what is this? This is the lip oil, so I'll do that afterwards. This is... I think this is the brow product. So we've got the Big Ego. Yeah, so this is the Big Ego brow and gel product. So this is what it looks like. Oh god, that colour looks like it's what they call universal. And is there anything else, or is this just it? Okay, I thought there was something else at the other end. So this is it. Oh lord, guys, wish me luck. I'm always scared of these kind of universal brow products. Okay, let's try this out, shall we? All right, let's go. So that's the shape of it. Might be alright, you know. Right, so it's not as dark as I would like, but you know what? For a brow product in a collection, because most of the times when I see these brow products in collections like that, they're usually very, very, very grey undertone on me. Now you can particularly tell the greyness when I do my tail, because I've got no hairs down here at all. So when I usually come down here, you can see the grey undertone, but it's not too bad. It's a little bit grey, but it's not too bad. I would still want this to be darker, but I'll give credit where credit's due. I can get away with that. So that's one brow. Again, not as dark as I would like, but it's something. So let me do the other one. Okay, so the product's very creamy, quite waxy, so I think that's why they're sort of saying it's like a pomade. I think if you've got the colour, if you're a lighter skin tone, so even sort of tan skin tones, you'll like this product. It does what it needs to. Just for me, it's not dark enough. So I am going to go in with another product on top. I'm just going to use a Benefit, this product here. I can't remember what you call it, but I'm just going to use this just to darken up the brow effect a bit, and then I'm going to underline my brows as well before I go in with the eye colour. So already I've had two products which I've had to do a various amount of manipulation with. Okay, so you can see I've just done that brow. That's how I want my brows to look. So look at that one there, and then look at that one there. So I'm going to do the same with this other one, and then I'll come back to you. Okay, so I've just done my brows, and I've just put on my eye primer, sort of my eye base, getting ready for the eyeshadow palette. I like the formula, I like how it works, but the colour's not deep enough for me. How I normally judge my products is that I'll give them a score out of 1. So if it works for me and everything is good, it gets 1. If it kind of half works or I'm going to use it, I'll give it a half. If it's a complete failure or I'm not going to use it at all, it gets a 0. In this collection, there's 6 pieces in this collection, so I am looking for a minimum score of 4 out of the 6, because I want to get over halfway to make this package, this collection, worthwhile for me and for me to keep it. Let's move on to the eyeshadow palette. So this, if anything, this is what's going to save it. If this doesn't save the collection, I reckon this will be going, the whole lot will be going back. So we've got here Tarte High Performance Neutral. So it's all neutral shades, but that's not a bad thing because neutrals are good. And with Tarte eyeshadows, I do normally like them. I do normally like the formulas. So this is what it's looking like, guys. So you can see lots of neutral shades there. So all along here, these seem to be all matte. These seem to be all shimmers. We've got a mixture of shimmers and mattes here, and then we've got all these sort of highlighter colours there. Right, it's what I would call a good everyday working palette. I could do something with this. Not the most exciting. The colours that I'm liking the look of most, I'll be honest, I like this one because I've never seen this colour in a matte collection before, so that colour looks nice. I always like deep purple colours like this, but I'm not sure if I'm going to wear that today. I'm always drawn to berries because berries are just my natural default colour. Lots of base colours here, so that's all good. So I'm going to start off with, I think, either this shade here, I'm trying to find you here, yeah, this shade here, or this shade here, just to cover the Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeshadow base that I put on. So let's start with that, shall we? Yep, so there's no problems with the formula of the colours at all good. So that's a good start. Right, what's going to be my theme colour? I'm wearing an orange top, but I'm not feeling that. I actually just want to work, with this bottom row of colours here. These all look really interesting to me, so I want to work with those. So I am going to go in with this colour here just to see how that looks on my complexion, because I've never worn a colour like that before, so I'm going to try that out today. It may completely fail, but I'm going to try and see what it's like. I'm going to go for this colour, this purple colour here. They have got names, but I can't be bothered to read it. Oh, it's called Raise the Bar. So I'm going to go for this deep purple colour here. Yeah, it's starting to come together a bit now, isn't it? So the next colour would naturally be that, but I actually think that's quite dark. So I'm going to try it, but I think I really want to go in with this colour here. So I'm going to put this colour on first, see how that works. So definitely on the inner, and I might sort of go with that one sort of more towards the middle. Let's, not sure if it's going to work, because me and colour coordination on my eyes, I never quite get it right. So yeah, let's just give it a go and see if I can make it work. Then I'm just going to go in with just this colour up here, just to highlight under my brows. I think that looks alright. It's okay for I'd wear this to work. This is all good. I'd wear this to work. I think the colours worked okay, but what do you guys think? I think it looks all right. So I'm just going to put some eyeliner on. I'm going to use a liquid eyeliner, and then I'll go in with the mascara. But I know the mascara works, so that is all good. How's that looking? That looks all right. So I'm just going to put some blush on, because I realise I haven't put any blush on. Well, I'll do that in a minute. I'm just going to do the mascara now. Right, so this mascara is one of my favourite mascaras ever. When it comes to sort of like my top 3 mascaras, this is definitely in there. The Benefit Big Bang, what's it called? I can't remember, but you know the one, the Big Bold Bang mascara. That to me is number 1. This comes in at number 2, or this could be number 1, depending on how I'm feeling. This could be number 1, and then the Benefit one could be number 2. But it's definitely in my top mascaras ever. It's one of the very first mascaras that I've ever worn, and I've really enjoyed. And I was introduced to this mascara years ago. We're talking a good 6-7 years ago. It's just one of the best mascaras out there. So I know I'll have no problems with this mascara whatsoever. So let's do that. So that's the head. It's just a grey head. Okay. It's just a great mascara. So let's put some of that on. And I probably won't need to put false eyelashes on either with this. Okay, so this mascara, yeah, definitely. I don't think I need to put any false eyelashes on. I just love this mascara. So I'm going to give my final point scores at the end to everything, but mascara, definitely a yes, and the eyeshadow palette, definitely a yes. So the final thing in the collection is the Maracuja Juicy Lip. So this is this. I haven't seen this before. This is obviously one of the products. Don't know if it's got a colour. Not sure what the mechanism is. So that's the colour. Don't know about that. And how does it work? Oh, so you push it up like that, it seems, I think. So you push it up and it comes out. So that's that. I haven't put a liner on. I'm just going to put a very light liner on. Alright, let's put this colour. So what's this colour? Did they say what the colour is? The colour is, you know I can't read small print. There is a colour there, but I can't see it. You might be able to read it. Right, hopefully you made that out, because I couldn't read it. Right, let's put this colour on. I like that. I really like this. This is lovely. It feels lovely. It's actually quite moisturizing, almost to the point of greasy. So there's definitely the oil factor there. But I like the colour. I like how it looks. And it feels great. But it is almost, I can imagine some people not liking this and thinking that it feels quite greasy. But I like the colour, and it kind of works with what I've got going on here actually. I like that. So I'm just going to finish my face off with a little bit more powder, put some blush on, and I'm going to put some highlighter on, and then I'll come back to you with my final thoughts on this collection. So let's do this. Right guys, right, so we have the final look. How are we looking? I think I've kind of rescued it from where we were at the very beginning. So let me go through this whole collection. So we started off with the Tarte Found Sealer foundation in the shade Deep Neutral. Shade for me, it was just a complete mess. It was just a no, 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 and a no. It made me look very grey. It made me look casket ready. It was just not a good look for me at all. The formula was actually quite moisturising. I would say anybody who's got dry skin will absolutely love this formula, because it is actually, it's actually a nice formula. The coverage was light to medium. But for me personally, this particular foundation and the shade was just wrong. If the shade was right, would I be happy with it? I think I would probably keep it as because I think my skin is changing. If I wear the white primer and continue with my skincare regime, which I've kind of got going right now, and I think I've got it good, I can wear more hydrating foundations. I can't expect them to not prevent me from breaking out in oil, because that's just not going to happen. So they're not going to hold back my oil for very long. But if I'm going to be wearing something for maybe an hour, 2 hours, maybe 3 hours, this kind of formula I could get away with. But after that, I am going to be looking for a more long wearing foundation, particularly ones that are more mattifying. They're the ones that are best for me, especially if I'm going to be doing a full working day, or I'm going out somewhere hot, or no, just long wearing. Those are the foundations that are best suited for me. So the formula, I don't mind. If the shade was right, I would definitely be really happy with this. But the shade, as you saw, was just awful on me. So for that reason, I'm only going to give this, I don't even want to give it a half, because the shade was absolutely so bad. I just want to give it a quarter, but I don't want to give it a 0, because the formula is okay. But am I going to use this again? Probably not. So I think, to be honest, I'm going to have to give this a 0, because I'm not going to use this again. So that's a 0. For me, when I'm doing the scoring, I'm trying to give everything just a score of 1. So it gets a 1 if it's something I'm going to be using again. I like it, it's all good. If it's something I might not use so much, or something was it was a little bit wrong with it, it wasn't the best, but I'm probably going to use it again, or I'm going to try it out again, I'm going to give it a half. If it's something I'm not going to use again, I have no interest in it whatsoever, or I don't need it, it gets a 0. So for this, I'm going to give this, oh god, I don't know if I should give it a 0 or a half, because the formula I don't mind. I can make it work, but the colour was just awful, and I'm probably not going to use it again. So yeah, I'll stick with my original thoughts. It gets a 0. The brush which I used to apply with it, I like the brush. I always like Tarte brushes. Tarte brushes are just really good quality brushes. It was soft, because I was actually wondering if it was going to be enough to actually if it was going to be dense enough to actually apply the foundation properly without streakiness. I think there was a little element of streakiness, but not much, and I did feel like I had to go in with a sponge afterwards, but I don't even think the sponge did that much difference. So as a brush, it was okay. I would continue to use it, and I will probably go on continue to use it. I'll probably use it just to blend out my contours and stuff in the future. So I'm going to give this a 1, because I will continue to use this brush as if I'm going to keep the collection. Don't forget, I am looking for a score of 4. So what are we on? We are on 1 so far. Next was what was next? was this brow pencil. So the brow pencil, I actually don't mind the formula. It was actually quite waxy. They describe it as a gel pomade kind of thing. The colour was surprising because I thought, oh god, it's going to be one of those universal things. It's going to be really, really grey. The colour's not dark enough for me, so as you saw, I had to go in with a Benefit product just to make it darker and to give me the colour that I want so it shows up properly on my skin. If I was just doing a sort of literally no makeup, and I just really literally no makeup on my face, and I just wanted something just to give my brows just a little bit of something, this would be okay to use. But once I put foundations and products on, I need something darker. But as it is, it's all right. So I'm going to give this a half because I'm going to use it again. It's just the colour wasn't perfect for me, so I'm going to give this a half. So where are we? So we are on 1.5 at the moment. Then we've got the eyeshadow palette. The eyeshadow palette I like, but I always like Tarte formulas. Tarte tend to not vary too much when it comes to their colours. All their palettes look very, very, very similar. Lots of neutral shades. Tarte aren't really known for bright colours. They did one bright coloured palette, and that was their Tarte Amazonian Clay Remix palette, and that was like the only bright one they've done. But even in that palette, they did too many shimmers and not enough mattes. But that's the only thing I can think of when it comes to Tarte and bright colours. This is a good everyday working palette, so it's all right, it's good. I can use it, no problems at all. I'm happy with it. It's a nice mixture of shimmers and mattes and sheen, so it's all good. So this definitely gets a 1. So we're on 2 at the moment, is that right? 2.5? Yeah, we're on 2.5 at the moment. Then we've got the mascara. I love this mascara. It's always been one of my favourite mascaras of all times. I'd give this extra points, but being fair, this is a fantastic mascara. I love it. No clumping, lengthens your lashes, gives it volume, nice separation. It just looks good. It's just a really nice mascara, and there's no flaking as well. It's just a great mascara. So this definitely gets a 1. What we're on 3.5. And then finally we've got the Maracuja Juicy Lip. I can see this product causing some division amongst people. I can really see that. I like how it feels. I love this colour. I think this colour looks great. It looks great on my skin tone. I'm not sure how it's going to work on other people, but for me, I love it. I'm actually I'm feeling it. I'm really feeling it. I think my lips look really kissable right now. I think they look great. So I am loving this. Formula is great. It is a bit greasy. I mean, I'm going to admit that it's a bit greasy, but I just love how it looks. So this definitely gets 1. So this whole collection gets 4.5 out of 6. So it looks like I'm keeping this collection. It's just a shame about this bloody foundation, really, isn't it? So there you go, guys. Tell me what you think. Did you buy this collection? I know one person definitely got it because she used me in a referral. But did any of you others pick up this collection as well? And what are you thinking about my thoughts? Do you agree with what I've said about it? Yeah? So taking a final look at how it all looks for me. Yeah? Alright guys, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up down below. Just comment as well, show some engagement. It all helps with my channel growth as well, because at the end of the day, I want the channel to grow a bit, don't I? So yeah, if you comment, give me a thumbs up, it shows engagement and it helps my channel to be promoted a bit more. And if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? You know what you gotta do. I'm giving you all of this, first impressions and everything. So all you gotta do is press that subscribe button. If you press the all, then that will ensure that you are notified when I do any future videos. Alright, take care, thanks very much, and stay safe and stay alive out there. Alright, take care. Bye.